Now she's eating books, singing songs, putting it on. Guys, trust me, it is very, very hard. It's not going to be easy. First, I dedicated at least 2 or 3 weeks. The same time I dedicated to cutting out the afternoon food. So how I took out the afternoon feeds, that I dedicated at least a week or to 2 weeks of teaching it to sleep on your own. So what I did is that I put it to sleep the first day, and then I came out of the room. For at least 10 minutes I was waiting by the door. While I was waiting by the door, she was crying. She would throw a tantrum because she's used to sleeping with the boob. So I just lay her on a bed. I went out of the room and she was crying non-stop. So I came back quickly. So what was I trying to do? What message was I trying to send? I was trying to send a message that, girl, you can sleep on your own. Mommy is always going to be with you, but you need to learn to sleep on your own. The second day I did the same thing. I put her to bed. I waited by the door. I think I waited for at least 15 minutes. It was longer now. She cried, guys. She would throw all the tantrums, and now she could talk. She's like, come, and my heart is breaking, but I was so ready mentally. You need to be prepared mentally, because if you give up, you're wasting all the effort you've been putting. You need to be ready for it, because they are going to throw tantrums. They are going to drive you crazy. They are going to cry. So she cried. I came back after 15 minutes. The third day I was like, no, this time I'm not coming back. So I put her to sleep. I took my monitor, and then, oh my god, this blouse. So I put her to sleep, I took my monitor, and then I went outside, downstairs, with the monitor. Then I could hear her crying. I think I didn't want to go back. She cried for at least 20 to 25 minutes. She is crying. You know, when she's so angry and frustrated, she's like, that kind of, she was crying. But I was like, no, I'm not going back. So she ended up sleeping. I was so happy. The next time I could hear, she's sleeping. The fourth day I did the same thing. I didn't go back. She cried her eyes out. She slept. The fifth day, she was kind of like getting used to it. Like, okay, so mommy leaves me, then I have to sleep on my own. She still cried, but it was the more you leave it on your own, she starts crying less and less. And then I think on the 7th or 8th day, she didn't cry at all. She was like, bye, mom. So sort of like, telling me that, mom, it's fine, you can go. So she ended up sleeping on her own. And then some days she would just cry a lot, and then I would pat her on her back until she falls asleep. Sometimes I would also even read her a book until she falls asleep. Sometimes I would sing a song for her. She likes this song. What kind of song? She likes Itty Bitty Spider went up the water spout. So I would sing that. I would also sing We Going on a Bare Hand, We Going on a Bare Hand. So I would sing songs that she likes with a soothing voice until she falls asleep. So sometimes she would sleep on her own. Sometimes she needs to be patted until she sleeps. Sometimes she needs you to sing for her until she falls asleep. But what was important is that she wasn't breastfeeding to sleep anymore. It means this was progress. So I think this third week, I was like, okay, the third week I was like, okay, I think this is the time we now move on to cutting out the night feeds, eliminating the night feeds. So how did I do that? Keep watching, and then if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe, so that you don't miss on any other videos that I'll post regarding motherhood, fashion, and lifestyle. So keep watching, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, it's for free. So what I did to cut the night feeds is that, the first, I dedicated at least 2 or 3 weeks. The same time I dedicated to cutting out the afternoon feeds. It would take at least 3 weeks or close to a month for the baby to be very okay with sleeping on their own, honestly. So about after 3 or 4 weeks, now I wanted to cut out the night feeds. So what I did is that I put her to bed, she will cry because she's used to sleeping with the boob. It's like a drug, you know. If you're used to something, you're just not going to stop instantly. It's a process, so it will take longer for the baby to stop breastfeeding, to get used to the idea of sleeping without the milk. So what I did is that I'll put her to bed and she'll cry. She'll cry and cry, thought tantrums, cry. But I would try to read books for her. She loves books. I would put cartoons on the phone or on the tablet at night, mind you. I would sing books for her. I'll bring all your favorite toys. She likes a teddy bear. She'll sleep with a teddy bear. I would give her so much love. I'll be kissing her, trying to distract her from crying. And then I'll also bring some snacks she loves to eat. I'll bring some oranges or cookies and bananas. She'll eat that. And then she fell asleep. Of course, she fell asleep the first night without what? Without the milk. And then she woke up around 3-4 a.m. This time I fed her. Second day I did the same. She's crying, I eyes out. I had to distract her, reading books, singing songs, putting her on my arms and walking around the room with her, patting her until she falls asleep. It will take long. Dedicate at least those weeks to not sleeping. Honestly, you will not be sleeping as the mother. So I would pat her on my arm until she falls asleep. I'll put her on the bed and then she'll sleep. And then she wakes up in the morning around 4-5 a.m. She always wakes up to feed. And then for those feeds, I would also feed her. I think that was the third day, I think. I did the same thing. 30 days, she sleeps without drinking the milk. But when she wakes up in the morning, this third day, I decided not to feed her. So I would distract her. The same thing I did the past 2 days. Give her milk, give her books, read for her, sing a song for her. Lots of kisses and hugs. Create a calming environment. You have to change your voice to be very soothing. And then she slept. But after about 15-20 minutes in the night, in the morning, 15-20 minutes, she falls asleep. So you as the mother is putting a strain on you because you're equally not sleeping. And then I think the 4th day, I said, okay, why not give her a bottle milk? Why not start giving her the bottle milk again? So I bought Aptamil and then I gave her the Aptamil. The first sleep, the night when it was time for her to sleep, she slept. In the morning, she woke up, I gave her Aptamil. She refused. Of course, she refused because it's been long since she took anything from the blood. She refused. The 5th day, she's refusing again. I had to give her some bananas. I had to distract her until she falls asleep. She will put up a fight. I think the 6th, 7th day, I was like, no. I kept trying to give her the bottle, and then she started taking the bottle. She took about 50. She was resistant. Honestly, she was resistant. She took at least 20-25 meals, and then the 7th day, she's taking again 20-25 meals because she was so angry. But she's just like, okay, I'd rather have something than to starve, than to have nothing at all. So the 2nd week, she's sleeping without the milk. The first time she sleeps without the milk. And then the next time, in the mornings when she wakes up, she's now drinking bottle. And then now, what is our routine. When I put her to bed, I don't give her milk. I play with her. I sing for her until she falls asleep. But in the mornings, she's waking up to feed. So that is how I managed to win it. And mind you, I'll take that serviette with the ketchup to bed with it, so that she'll still be distracted. She'll be distracted. And trust me, she'll still opening your boob. She'll be touching your boob, opening your boob, wanting to be close to the boob. But she knew that no matter what she does, I'm still not going to give her the boob. So you need to distract her, put something. That's what I did. It worked, honestly. I would put the ketchup on her. I would even make this face like it's disgusting. And for her, it was also disgusting. So she was kind of like distracted, but still she was too persistent. She would keep coming to open my blouse. So I was keeping her distracted with lots of things. And right now she's almost 1.5 months old, 1 year. 1.5 years old. She's not drinking. Only the milk that she drinks is the formula. She only drinks formula when it's time for sleeping and when he's sleeping, yes. And then she doesn't drink formula during the day. She doesn't like it that much. So that is how I managed to win here. Mind you, she wasn't taking formula from the time she was 3 months old. She wasn't taking any formula, but now she now takes it. These guys, they think, trust me, they think and they know what you're doing. If you tell them that there's no more milk, milk is finished, they might cry and all of that, but if they are processing it in their brain, they are processing it and it's getting in their brain. So now she takes formula milk. She even cries like, I want my formula milk. So I even make 2 bottles in the night. Sometimes she wakes up, sometimes she even wants it before she sleeps. Sometimes she wants it when she wakes up in the morning. Sometimes she doesn't want to fall asleep without the formula. It all depends. So I'm still trying to get used to the idea myself. It's almost 2 months. I can see we have our routine, but in the future I would also plan on stopping the bottle feeding as well, because I know that when they grow up, they said it's not good for their teeth if they keep drinking from the bottle. But for now, I think for up to 3 years old or so, she'll be taking milk from the bottle. It's still healthy for her. She needs those vitamins and nutrients in the milk. So that is how I managed to win my daughter. And guys, trust me, it is very, very hard. It's not going to be easy. It's one of the hardest things I need to do, but I feel so relieved because it was time for me to do it. My body couldn't keep up with the demand. So as long as she's happy now, she's feeding, that's what is most important, and she's getting full from the breast milk. So what I've seen is that now she eats, she's very independent. She eats more compared to when she was breastfeeding. She would just taste some of the food, she would spit it out. She would take rice, she would spit it out. So now she's eating more and she's more open to trying out different types of foods and snacks. So I love that a lot. She can eat a meal, at least half of a meal, and sometimes she even finishes all her food. So I love that. And as for me, on how I copied with my boob, did I get engorged? Were they engorged? How did I copy with winning hair? And what happened to my body? So I've done a separate video on it. I'll leave a link down below. You guys can check it out. I've done a video on the effect of stopping breastfeeding. I did get really sick, and yeah, I talked about it on that video. If you want to see it, I'll leave a link in the description box. So yes, guys, that's how I win the baby. So let me know if you're on a winning journey, if you want to stop breastfeeding. How is it going on? Do you need any more tips? How are you coping? Do you intend to stop breastfeeding? Are you in the process of stopping breastfeeding? Let's share your experience in the comments. Feel free, and don't forget to leave a like and comment, and also subscribe so that you don't miss on any videos I post every week. So don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new videos that I post every week. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys have a lovely 2021. Stay blessed and healthy. I love you. Thank you for your support. Bye bye.